Bluff City Media presents the No Bluffing Podcast. Stepping up to the microphone are your hosts, Christian Ingram and Evan Hayes. Now, let's get to the show.
Grizz Nation, what's going on? I'm Chris Ingram.
And I'm Evan Hayes.
And this is the No Bluffing Podcast, where we keep it all the way real, all the way raw, and all the way honest about everything Grizzlies. Welcome back to another episode, man. Glad to be back. Got some good conversation to give y'all. It's late, live on X, 11 o'clock. So anybody that tap in tonight, man, y'all a real trooper, because, man, we later than normal, but it is what it is. We're going to be live on YouTube on Monday, so we appreciate y'all tapping in on both platforms for sure. We got a lot to talk about today, man. But before we do that, Evan, my guy, what's going on, man? Give me some good news. How was your week? What's going on in your world?
Another week in Alabama. You know, first time living in a whole different state, it kind of gives a different vibe because I've only lived in Tennessee most of my life, well, for all my life. So just being in Alabama is different. So it was a cool little week. Actually, I don't know if you saw, but I did my first sideline reporting duties for Alabama A&M's basketball team, men's and women's. So that was cool, you know, just being on camera, live, impromptu, doing stuff like that. That was cool, like interviewing the coaches on the sideline, or not the sideline, but like halftime, doing halftime interviews for the coaches. So that was dope, being in the huddle, hearing what the coaches are saying. You know, so that was cool. That's an experience I haven't done before, and hopefully they said they want me back to continue to do it. So I'll be looking forward to doing that more. Just get my media imprint on. I know I do the NBA with this, so maybe on the college side, you know, talking a little bit more. You never know what that could lead. So that was a dope experience. But other than that was yesterday. But other than that, it was a smooth little week. Just going through practices, trying to figure out everything in the city. So it's been smooth, but definitely the highlight was yesterday. Doing sideline reporting for the women's and men's game. I was there for long. I was there from like 1:30 to 7. Because the men's game was overtime, so I was tired. Like I got a lot of respect for like Brad, Rob, Fisher, Jessica, everybody be at the games for a long time to be media. So like I didn't understand like Parrish, anybody that's be at the game from pregame to post. Yeah, I respect for y'all because I know I was tired by the end of it. So I imagine how it is in an NBA game when you got to be there at 4-something, 5-something, and be there till like 8, 9 o'clock. But it was smooth though, bro. It was smooth. It was fun. Hope I continue to do it. But how was your week though?
Man, week was good. Still trying to get over whatever this is. I'm seeing more and more people getting down with whatever this sickness going around, man. I'm on week basically 4 where like I'm still dealing with like the aftershock of it all. But most of it is what it is. You know, household still going up and down. Seems like one of us get better than the other person gets. It's like, my God, dog. All right.
Just stop touching people, man. Just everybody
enough is enough, bro. Yeah. Enough is enough. God, dog. But other than that, man, no complaints. Got still some little stuff in the background that I'm working on. Hopefully getting some good news about this week. So other than that, man, it's all good this way. Before we get jumping into the No Bluffing news, bro, it just kind of hit me before I hopped on the show. I want to get your question on this. I saw it was a clip on Twitter of a dude. He was kind of breaking down he wasn't breaking them down. He just had a highlight of LeBron and D-Wade when they were back with the Heat.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They were sitting there just throwing alley-oops and just dominating teams. Like, it just was disgustingly impressive to watch that.
For sure, yeah.
And, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I would love to see that in today's game. Like, I get it. Like, the parity is great. You know, every team has, you know, they 1, 2, 3 guys. You got the supporting role players and things like that. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I wouldn't mind seeing another big 2, big 3 kind of pop up. Like we say we have big 3s, and the other teams say they have big 3s, but no, that was a true
big 3. 3 superstars on one team.
Yeah. So like, give me it's off the dome. I ain't prepared for this at all. But just kind of give me in today's game, like if you were to hand pick a big 3 yourself, like you a GM, and you could just call up these dudes, who would be like on the excitement level of what the Heat's big 3 was? What would be your 3 guy that you would call to kind of team up and do something like that?
You said that I was ready to give you two. The first two caught my head. Like I'm gonna give you the basketball answer. I'm gonna give you the excitement answer.
Give me the main
answer.
two because it is gonna be a give me your main two.
My main two be John Zion. John Zion together, flying up and down the court. Of course, pleading health. Both of them are healthy, and Zion get his health right and body right. This is best case scenario. So definitely John
Zion. He gets credit
Zion.
cards, so he can't get on OnlyFans.
Yeah, because he be wild. Yeah. Oh my goodness! But I would love to see John Zion just because when I saw you retweet that, it just all you saw was the highlight them throwing full court live, which I can see Ja doing that and Zion just catching it. So that would definitely be like my excitement part. If I need to do just a straight up basketball answer, like just good quality hoops, I'm gonna get away from Ja because that's my favorite player. I'm gonna get away from him. I want to see LeBron and Steph, but that's a cop-out answer.
Yeah,
that's a cop-out answer. It ain't gonna be the same. Who's like a okay? I'm gonna say Ant Edwards because I like his game. Even though I can't stand him, I like his game. Who would I like to see Ant Edwards play with? You know, underrated like two wings. I think Donovan Mitchell and Ant Edwards can cause some havoc. Two athletic guards that can score on all three levels.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people sleep on that because I feel like Donovan Mitchell's having an all NBA caliber year. He's playing his tail off right now. And he's one of the Cavs out in the East. The Cavs are my. If I could pick a team to go to the finals that I actually like, it would be the Cavs. So I'm a Cavs fan, I guess you would say. So yeah, Donovan Mitchell and Ant. I feel like that would be nice, man. Both athletic, both can score, both can get a bucket. But both play defense too.
Yeah.
I'll say Donovan Mitchell and who will be yours on the excitement side and then on the like pure basketball, like pureness side.
My mind went immediately to the three of Ja, Ant, and Zion. Like that just to me. You talking about excitement night in and night out that's on the level of what a D Wade and LeBron is. Like
for sure.
You got Tatum. Like Tatum he's good. Is he exciting or is he? No, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say so now.
Giannis, he's the Greek freak, but no.
His twinkle has worn off a little bit in the past few years for sure.
Yeah. So like if it's something that I'm talking about, like when they come in town, I don't give a damn if it's I don't care if it's a funeral I'm supposed to be to. Like
we're going to see them
this game up. Yeah, man. John Zion and Ant, and the funny part about it, like. It's this weird just thought that like that potentially could happen one day. I feel like let Ant get just tired of Minnesota. We already know about Zion and the Pelicans. So
he don't want to be there. Yeah.
Man, hey, I love Bane.
A lot gonna have to shake. A lot gonna have to shake to get that. A lot.
And nobody should question anything. I'm sorry. If you can take Ant Edwards today over anybody on this roster outside of Ja, you take them. I don't want to hear nobody. No, we ain't even gonna do that. Like in the comments, I don't want to hear it. Stop. We got Baby Jordan.
Not even Trip. You ain't keeping Trip.
I'm hoping we can keep Trip.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we can keep Trip and get Zion for the cheap on some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But man, if we can get Ant in here, I don't know what I won't give up outside of Ja.
And honestly, like I missed that in part of NBA because of course I grew up on the Heatles. So like I remember going to see LeBron play that was my generation of like every time the Heat played in whatever city, it was a sellout. Like because everyone wanted to see the Heat play. It's not like that anymore. I guess the last thing you could equate like when the KD Warriors, like people wanted to see when the KD Warriors came to town, like everybody was sold out for those games, but that was 2018. So it's been 7 years since we've had like a box office team in the league, which some people may say is a good thing, but others may say it's a bad thing, depending on who you ask. I think it's a good thing for parity, but I feel like when it comes to excitement, the league isn't exciting anymore when there isn't just like one juggernaut that everybody's aiming to beat and take down. Like everybody likes a villain. Like everybody likes a villain, you know? There's no villain in the league anymore, which is that's a whole different conversation. We want to get into that one day. But it's a good or bad thing. But
they don't always win either. You know what I'm saying? Like the Heatles, they went 2 out of 4.
2 and 4. Yeah.
How many did KD get? Was it 2 out of 3 or
2 out of 3? They got 2 out of 3. Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is. You still gotta go out there and hoop. You still gotta have chemistry. Hey, yeah, we do for a big three. Somebody do some weird tampering. I don't care. You know, another one that would be low key amazing though.
What?
I'm still throwing Ja there. I don't care because he is the most exciting player in the game. LeBron was the most exciting at that time. But like Ja Wemby.
That would just break the internet because like just them two on the same court, just 7'5", however tall he is, alien and a 6'2" dude that can jump over him. Yeah, that would be kind of stupid.
Oh my God, you talking about the lobs that he would throw to him? Good Jesus.
Just throw. Hey, my dog, just get it.
Leave, bro.
Just throw it. You thought he be trying to throw it to Edey, man. Well, he just all right.
Hey,
let's go.
Hey, we're gonna talk about Edey too, but I got a bone to pick with that man, bro.
For sure.
He messing up my man 12 passes, bro. We're gonna talk about Edey.
Oh yeah, Edey, he don't got soft hands. He needs to do a lesson with Zebo and how to get soft hands, how to catch the ball.
Because Zebo get some soft hands, but I can't say it on this show. So
can't say it on the field. But like Zebo could barely jump over a phone book, but Zebo caught everything. If Mike or TA or anyone was throwing him the ball, like it was so Zebo needs to just go down and get some lessons with Edey. Well, Edey needs to get some lessons with Zebo because he be messing up my man 12 passes for real though.
Hey, go to Home Depot, get you some sandpaper, bro, and just put
it. That little salt. I mean, that LeBron be putting on his hand before the game. Do that, like do your own little chalk toss or something, bro. You got to
bricks, bro. But man, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the No Bluffing news. We got a couple topics to talk about today. Let me get my theme music playing. I don't know why it ain't.
Give me my theme music.
There we go. We're gonna start off with I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna let Evan lead this college football topic because I ain't really see too much of it. I know it was the Ohio State Buckeyes versus I think it was Notre Dame, wasn't it? Notre Dame. Yeah, I didn't see the game. Shout out to my boy Miles. I know he a big Ohio State fan. Know he on 10 right now. But just talk about your reaction to the game. Like I said, I didn't get to see literally not 1 minute, so I have really nothing to say on it. But shout out to the Buckeyes because they've always been a good team, for the most part. And for them to get over the hump, good job. Shout out to them, man. So what you got on the college football championship game, my guy?
Oh, damn, I hit the wrong button. My bad. Hit the wrong button. Anyway, it was a very Ohio State, if y'all were living on the rock last Monday, they finally got the job done and won the first 12-team college playoff, knocking down the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Coach Ryan, they probably saved his job because he was on the chopping block because he lost if you lose to Michigan 4 years in a row, you've been there for 4 years, and you can't beat Michigan, it's a good reason to lose your job. So I just want to shout out to him and the team for just all the noise around him. There were questions about Will Howard, the quarterback, saying he wasn't good enough to win the big one. There was some about Ryan Day not being able to win the big one, and they finally got the job done. And they went through a gauntlet. They went through Tennessee, they went through Oregon, and they went to Notre Dame. They went through a gauntlet to get there, so you can't say they're not legit. Right. Yeah, they were 8th seed. Excuse me, my bad. They were 8th seed going into it, so I'm just happy for them. Of course, I've said before, I'm a pseudo Ohio State fan outside of Memphis because Chris is not favorite player. My favorite player went to that school. The guy that shall not be named because Chris hates him so much. Greg Greg on different to my girl. But shout out Ohio State, great game. Jeremiah Smith, who is the freshman phenom, the wide receiver, he's a dog. I wish he'd go to the draft right now. He got to be there for 2 more years. I hate that. This is why I hate the NFL rule because because your stock can only go down after this. Like his stock can only go down. Like they had with Trevor. They had with Trevor Lawrence after he won the championship his freshman year. Like he was still good, but his stock lowered when he was at Clemson because he couldn't leave after his first year. Yeah. So that's a whole different conversation. But shout out Ohio State for getting the job done. Prime day. He probably saved himself another 2, 3, 4 years of the job, but he still got to be Michigan though. You still have to. You can't go to Ohio State. You got to. So I think they should change the format of 12-team playoff because I don't feel like it was I don't think Boise State should have got a whole bye, but they started looking into that. So hopefully they fix that. So it was a good game, man. You missed a good one. So hopefully next year you'll catch next year's game.
Yeah. I love the playoff. Like you said, they just got to fix that Boise State.
The seeding,
everything else was cool, but Hey, shout out to it, because a lot of people saying that Ashton Jenny might be going to the Denver Broncos. We need a running back, so we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah,
you just can't. The way that he didn't show up in that game, like
they was low. They was low in the box on him though. He played Penn State. They was putting 7-8 in the box. He still had 100 yards, but he had like 30 attempts though. So like he was giving like 3.5 yards to carry, but they loaded the box on him. So you don't got to pass the game. There's only so much you can do. Like he didn't have a great game. I feel like he could have done better, but like as a running back, I don't know, he could have done better, much better.
Well, let's touch on the Super Bowl real quick, man. It is officially set. We got the Chiefs and the Eagles with a rematch from 2 years ago. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I think this Eagles team is a little bit better than that team that went 2 years ago.
Oh, for sure.
Jalen Hurts got a chip on his shoulder. Hopefully, him and his star receiver AJ Brown can get back on the same path. I know he had a touchdown this past Sunday. But thoughts on the Super Bowl? Are you sick of seeing the Chiefs there? And then are you betting the money line that they go take it home for the 3P? What's your opinion on the Super Bowl, bro?
Nah, I'm actually in the minority. I'm a fan of greatness. These are my two favorite teams in the leagues. I don't really have a dog in the fight at all. Like I like the Chiefs, I like the Eagles, so like I'm happy that they made it back. Just for the sake of history, I want the Chiefs to win just for the sake of history, but again, I want to see another black quarterback in Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley, who I love very much. I want him to get a ring. So yeah, I think it's gonna be very exciting. I would not be surprised if the Eagles get it done. I'm not betting against number 15 because it's number 15 in the Super Bowl. It's tough to bet against them.
And the Revs.
But just the Eagles defense. Yeah, Taylor Swift effect, that's a real thing. You need to study that. As soon as she started coming around, them boys did not lose. Like ever. I don't think she's ever been in attendance of a game that they've lost. I can't think it.
Why would they? Hell no, calm down there. Let them folks outside. Man, come on, bro.
I really cannot think of a game that she's been in attendance but they've lost. Like I'm honestly trying to think of it right now. Like I honestly
imagine
can't think of
Drake coming to a WNBA game. And you think his girl, like, whatever, is gonna lose? Stop, bro. Stop. And that's the only other person I can compare to, but
equated, If Michael Jackson was still alive and he was dating a WNBA player, oh my goodness. Anyway,
jetpacks in their shoes and dunk on somebody like Ja. You was crazy.
You get them special insoles, the victory insoles, put them in the shoes. But yeah, though, I think it's gonna be a good one, man. I think it's gonna be just as exciting as the last one they played. So yeah, I'm excited to see it. Honestly, don't care who wins. Like I want to see history, but if Saquon gets his chip, cool. And also, quick thing, I know it's a quarterback. I know it's a quarterback award, but I think Saquon Barkley should really get the MVP. Honestly, he had over 2,000 yards, and he's 47 yards from breaking the all-time record for regular season and playoffs in a single season. Because he had 118 a day. He needed like 50 before the game, so he got like 30 something to go. This Eagles team, the vibe and the energy shifted once he got to Philly. He's done all that in his first season there. I know it's a quarterback award. I hope Lamar Jackson gets it just because I like Lamar Jackson. But I think Saquon should get real MVP consideration. But because he plays the running back position, he's not. But that's just me, though.
No, I mean, you got a good point, bro. That's the same team from 2 years ago for the most part.
Yeah.
They made minor tweaks.
Yeah,
but
basically the same thing, same core.
I mean, Saquon, and I mean, maybe you can go back and say, no, they had decent running back play. You insert Saquon though, bro. And I kind of had that thought, like when that trade first went down, I'm like, this is a top 1-2 running back in the NFL. You giving a team that was just a Super Bowl. Like, what do you think finna happen? You know, they've had great lines, even though Jason Kelce retired, but like they still, put out a good line every year. I'm like, man, I didn't know it was going to be this crazy, but I knew he was going to thrive out there. So I'm with you. I mean, I'm sure that award has already been accounted for, but if you got some kind of power to tweak it, the way he been playing, bro, like, to me, like you said, the quarterbacks are usually the face of the NFL, but I could very easily see, and I hate this because of the curse side of it, but I could very easily see Saquon being on the cover of Madden next year. Like, dude just doing
He should. Like, he's having legitimately one. Everybody talk about stats between Lamar and Josh Allen because they're both having great years, but Saquon's literally having one of the greatest running back years we've ever seen, ever, like literally statistically. And he was on the number 2 seed in the NFC, and now he's going to his first Super Bowl in the first season with the team.
Yeah,
like I don't know what else you could like. The last running back that won MVP was Adrian Peterson, and remember he had a 2,000+ yard year, and Minnesota was I think top 3 seed in the NFC that year, and he had a crazy year. And yes, I guess in AP's defense, he didn't have as good as a team around him as Saquon. Like, I can't remember who his quarterback was that year. I really don't remember who the quarterback was in the 2009 or 2010, whatever season that was when AP won the MVP. But that still shouldn't. I'm sorry, Saquon should at least have better consideration.
Brett Favre. No, I think he was
it wasn't Brett Favre. He was retired by that. Yeah. I don't know, man. But give him. While I look that up, give your thoughts on the Super Bowl. Who you got?
I'm excited for it. Fatigue, I get it, but I want to see a good game. That's really all it comes down to. I want to see Jalen go out there and thrive. I want to see, Saquon do something crazy that we'll be talking about, for the next week or so. I want to see a high-scoring game, bro. I don't want to see, forget the defense. Let them – hey, if you get beat, let them go. I want to see them run it up in the Super Bowl. That's what's exciting to me. I hate low-scoring Super Bowls. That's just so irritating to watch. So that's my, standpoint on that. If he three-peat, bro. It is what it is. Josh Allen, you should have got your ass out there and did what you had to do. That's just kind of where I'm at with it. So, like I said, my biggest thing is having a good game. And, we'll see what happens next year. I know they lost their GM to the Titans. I think the Titans brought in their GM, the Chiefs. So, hopefully he can bring that good magic to Tennessee, man. Maybe we can get us a winner because – Lord, that was like the worst season from hell that the Tennessee Titans went through this year. So, were you able to get that info? Who the quarterback was?
Christian Ponder. I have no idea who that gentleman is. Christian Ponder. He didn't even throw for 3,000 yards. Adrian Peterson had less than 1,000 yards than his quarterback. Think about that.
I don't remember that dude at all.
Christian Ponder. He had a 62.1 completion percentage, 6.1 yards. He only had 183 yards a game. Like, bro, and Saquon got better yards than this. AP he had 2,097 yards with 12 touchdowns. I bet Saquon got more than that.
Got more than 12 touchdowns for sure.
Saquon Barkley this year. I know he got more than 2,097 yards. But that for sure. Actually, he had 2,005 yards, so he had a little bit less. He had one more touchdown. So he had less yards and one less touchdown.
Hey, but that's still impressive because you got 2 star receivers on your team.
Yeah.
Who's the receivers on that Vikings team?
Shoot,
I don't remember.
Percy Harvin, he didn't have 1,000 yards. Percy Harvin had 677 yards that year. Yeah, they had nowhere near 1,000-yard receiver that year.
Yeah. But I remember Percy was dealing with a lot of injuries. He wasn't the same receiver he was at Florida when he got to the league. They had moments, but he wasn't him like he was.
All I'm saying, I understand it's a quarterback award, but I feel like when you're having a season like this, I feel like you should get some real consideration for the MVP. And you turn the whole vibe like it's a complete night and day. Like, yes, they was at the Super Bowl 2 years ago, but last year they weren't a great team. Last year, they were a good team, but you just implement one dude and he takes them to the stratosphere. Like, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, y'all let us know in the comments how y'all feel about the Super Bowl. Who y'all got? Who your picks? Who you putting your money on? Let me know where the parlays at that I need to kind of steal from y'all. Drop me a parlay in there. That's 100% win, so I can put $100 on it and win me a good $1,000.
You need to put over under how many times they're gonna show Taylor Swift on the screen and bet the over.
I bet I can find that bet on one of them weird betting sites. I bet I can.
And bet the over and win a smooth like $5,000 just because they show her 10 times on the screen. I bet. Oh my god, if she's there, they're gonna spam her, bro. Oh my goodness.
She might pop out with Kendrick Lamar and do something that ain't even released. Just cause do some crazy stuff. Oh my gosh.
Right. I understand why they hate the Chiefs, bro. Like, I get it. I understand why. Like,
people hate winners, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah, like, I get it, but dude, I ain't trying to see Taylor Swift every 5 seconds when I'm trying to watch my football.
I'm excited to see who she gonna bring this time. She had Ice Spice last year.
Yeah, that's true.
Park last week. Who you gonna have in the Super Bowl with you? You gonna have I was gonna say something crazy. I'm not gonna say it. Let me be quiet.
It's 11:30, Chris.
Yeah. I ain't trying to get canceled.
No, we cannot.
Real quick, Grizz Weekend Review. The boys in blue went 4-0. Shout out to them on the home stand. What we talked about this past week? Some of the things you liked that you saw, some of the things that you didn't like that you saw. I know we're gonna dig into Edey in a little bit, as well as some trade stuff. But just what was your thoughts on the week, man? Like I said, it's hard to kind of complain when they're 4-0, but what did you see out there?
Just take care of business, honestly. We took care of business against the Spurs. We beat the Timberwolves and we beat the Hornets and beat the Pelicans. So we're on a 5-game win streak right now. Just taking care of business. It was nothing just like jumped off the page. Number one, Jaren is just cementing himself as being the driver of this team, and he's just. I'm not gonna say I don't think Jaren had this in him. I know he did. I just think it wasn't gonna be this level this soon. Like I know we talked about a few episodes ago where we wanted him to be the best version of himself. I thought we was gonna see that like game 60, game 70, leading into the playoffs. You know, not before the All-Star break, and he's considering like he should be an All-Star, but now he's getting like all NBA talk, and people are starting to talk about it.
People are saying out of Memphis, yeah.
Like so, of course, Jaren being Jaren, Luke Kennard also proving me wrong because I was king of get Luke off my team if you don't want to shoot the ball.
Yeah,
I know I was quoted saying like if Jalen Wills is shooting the ball more than you, what's the point of having Luke Kennard? So he's proving me wrong. Luke Kennard continue to be aggressive.
Please.
Just I don't know, like I don't understand what this. Maybe the trade toss got to him or something. Like he was like, he's like, y'all boys ain't finna trade. I'm finna shoot the pill off this shit every time I get it. So yeah, Luke playing his ass off right now. Did not expect to see like he had 2 20-point games this week. He had a 27-point game. He had like 6 threes in the game. Like, dude. So yeah, Jaren, Luke. We're gonna get to Edey. I don't want to touch Edey because we're gonna get to him. And just the team just playing good defense. Like I'm not seeing a lot of like lapses on the defensive end that I'm a defensive guy. So the stuff that we've been complaining about that defensively not being the best, it seemed to be getting to it a little bit. As you said, we wait till January to start playing good defense. And you were right. Again, it seemed like we're actually starting to play good defense in January, which I don't understand why. And my last thing, I don't want to give TJ too much credit because we're going to talk on Edey, but it seems like he's learning to keep his guys on the floor a little bit longer. Like, you seeing, like, even when we don't need to, we got Jai in, it's a 15-point game with 3 million and Jai and Jaren still in the game. Like,
right.
I don't hate it. Play your guys. He's starting to, I'm not going to talk about Edey because that's a whole different, we'll get into that. But outside of Zach, it seemed like he's learning to play the guys a little bit longer, especially with Gigi back. I like that he's giving Gigi some extra burn now because the first game he didn't want to get Gigi no burn at all for some reason. He was like, yeah, Gigi not gonna play. I'm like, why not? Like he played 3 games in South Haven. Why don't you want to play him? Like he's showing he can hoop. Right. But he's not perfect, but he's starting to play the guys the way they should. I don't know why it took him 40 games to figure that out, that when you play the best players, good things happen.
I know why.
Why, Chris? Why it took him 40
games? Because he's on tape delayed. It takes the man forever to make adjustments. That's why he's not a good coach.
Yes.
He take that back. He's a good coach.
He's not
where we trying to go.
He's not an elite coach. He's not an elite coach. It takes him too long to understand simple basketball. I feel like he's trying to be too smart. Like it should not take us 4 months to learn how to play good defense. Y'all got a whole training camp. Why did it take us to January?
We've been doing this for 6 years now. Like,
why you have arguably 2 top 15 players on your roster, top 20 at the worst, and you, damn, I bet if I play them 33 to 37 minutes a game, I bet we'll win more games.
No, go grab the paper. Where the paper at? Where my paper? Oh, my paper. I can't coach without my paper.
Don't worry about. I gotta stay into the rotations. Gotta stick to the game plan. Like,
shove that paper up your ass, Taylor Jenkins. I'm sick of you, man.
Bro, play your best player. It's not a new idea. What if Phil Jackson said, man, I bet I'm gonna keep MJ to 30 minutes. 30 minutes. What if he's
5? I'm gonna play him 45 minutes a night. Scotty, you get 27. That's about it.
Dennis, you get 26. Yep, you get 20.
Only two coach, you got 23 minutes tonight.
make it minutes.
Get your ass in gear. Ron Hopper 15 minutes a night. What is you doing, bro?
Oh my God, bro. If you say Kobe, Shaq, y'all get 24 minutes each. Make the best out of it.
You ran down too slow. 15 minutes a night.
I don't get why that's such a big revelation, bro. I don't get it at all.
And we giving him credit for it. That's what pisses me off.
Yeah, same.
You got these people that's his little minions. Some of your mentions are trying to take victory laps. See, Jenkins did man on game 55. What are you talking about, bro? Like,
no, Sane got on my tech. He was like, because I tweeted, I said, "This is how you play the best way." He said, "The fact that this is the standard is crazy to him." He said,
"Crazy, bro."
I said, "You got me there, bro." He said, "Evan, the fact that you're pointing this out and pointing this as a good thing is crazy to me." I said, "You're right, bro. I'm sorry."
It ain't your fault. The fact that we have to give him credit for the simplest shit. Like what? It's like giving him credit for like having a starting 5. Like, oh, he been playing 4 players for 2 months. The game is 5 on 5. Give him credit for playing 5 players, bro. Like,
it's simple shit, bro. Like, play your best players, bro. But he's getting better. He's slowly but surely getting there. I don't know how. Hopefully by game 55 or 60. Yeah, in the past week, he's getting better. Yeah. So hopefully by game 60, I'm going to give him the game 60. We should be in full playoff rotation with everybody back because Vince should be back by then. Marcus Smart, if he's still on this team, he should be back by then. You know, hopefully by game 60, everybody's back so we can really see the full playoff type rotation. We're in game 43 right now, 44 or something like that.
A little bit over.
Yeah.
But it's somewhere in that range, though.
Yeah. So hopefully by that point, we should be in full rotations, and hopefully he keeps improving.
Man, I don't have too much to go over. I'm gonna touch on 3 players. I'm gonna touch on Ja, Dez, and Gigi. I'm gonna start with Gigi. It is kind of weird that it took the crowd to get Gigi some minutes before the game on Monday. He literally said Gigi might get an opportunity tonight, so he had no intention. Reason why I know he had no intention, guess what? He doubled down on it after the game and said, "I had no intention of playing Gigi tonight, but I needed a spark. After I played 11 guys in the first quarter, I still needed a spark. You know what? 11 guys wasn't enough. You know, most teams play about 8, 9. Man, I went out there with 11, and them 11 they still
they were dead. They was dead.
GG, the crowd said, "Play, so you go play. Here you go." Like, boy, what is your... He be thinking he's so smart. It's like, bro, you sound goofy as hell right now. But whatever, bro. Whatever.
The math don't be mathing, bro. It don't be mathing.
But it is quite interesting that a certain player has been healthy all year.
Then all of a sudden, he got lower back soreness. Lumbar. It was like, what is it? What is it? Nah, because I was like, something don't seem right about this. Let me go to Grizzlies PR because I was like, when did Jake hurt himself? He don't play enough to hurt himself. Lumbar.
He been his ass off because he been 30 minutes a night. Yeah, 25. So yeah, he been playing.
Lumbar stress. First they changed it. One thing said lower back. Dang it! Hold up. That's how you know it's bull job. Because this just say lower back soreness, right? A game later, lumbar stress reaction. The stress reaction and soreness are 2 different things. Unless he hurt it worse within a day within each other, that don't make sense to me.
Jake stopped doing twerking TikTok.
Like what you do to hurt yourself more to get lower back sound to get a stress reaction. 2 different things. But that he's questionable. Doesn't that sound worse? A lumbar stress reaction?
That's what it sounds.
The lower back. But now he's questionable for tomorrow's game or today's game when this video comes out. But see, all I'm gonna say is something don't add up. It's a little. I'm gonna say
had no to play because he still played 11. Did he put GD in before?
He did. He put GD first quarter. We should never get GD first quarter minutes ever.
G's to go to hell. Hey, why you playing with me like this, Taylor? Come on, bro. GD, we put GD like no. That's a smart thing to do at all. Like,
I rock GD. I rock GD because he cool and he just be vibing. But like, don't put him in the first quarter ever.
Not over no damn Gregory. No, that is crazy. He came off a foot injury. That's wild. But Shout out to Gigi, getting it together this week, knocking some dust off. He says that he's back to himself. I know it's still gonna take him a little bit of time, but even in these short little, sample sizes that we have with him getting up there, getting rebounds, jumping straight up, dude, he very easy. People saying 6'9", 6'10". I'm thinking he might be 6'11". You know what I'm saying? Because he's right there with Jaren. I'm sorry, like they both got hairstyles that lift up a little bit, but if you cut all that shit off and put a tape measure on top of their head, they probably right there about an inch apart from each other. So being able to rebound, being able to, besides the shot, I think he shot against who did we play the other night? The Jazz, where he kind of hit the side of the goal. I was like, God damn, GG, that was terrible. Other than that, his shot looks good. It look like that's, kind of picking up where it left off. One thing that he can do that Jake can't is that when he actually does drive and put the ball on the floor, like he actually can finish. Like he's not doing a spin-a-rooney in the middle of the air trying to pass it out.
No, he ain't doing that real slow Euro step and stopping.
Yeah, no, we ain't doing that.
And then try to do something with it, like, bro. Hell no.
Yeah. Like Jake has no destination. Shout out
to no bag.
Jake crap show. I'm sorry, I'm just getting these jokes off on you, Jake.
You have no bag. I'm sorry, you have no bag.
You got a bag, bro. It might be
Jalen Ray.
A low bag, but it's a bag.
Where my bag at? Where my book bag at? Dang,
let me stop, because Jake been doing what he needs to do. He been doing what he needs to do. He held it down. He been playing well. It's just his time for the guy that deserved the minutes to get him, and that's all it is. So, like I said, shout out to Gigi. I'm loving what I'm seeing, especially his first when he out there with Jalen. When it's him, Jalen and Bane, or him, Jalen and Luke, like them just having the shooting in the space and where he can get out there and get into a game off, bro. I'm excited to see what Gigi's gonna look like further and further into the year. Dez Bane just being back to
for sure, yeah.
Like, thank you to the oblique gods, because I pointed out a couple conversations this week. Dez, like we were saying on this show, Dez clearly has been hurt, bro. Like something ain't been right. He's been hurt. He ain't been himself. Shooters, they go through slumps, but like his game just was not looking right. And it's easy to see. Like him and Paolo Banchero had the same injury for the most part, and they got injured around the same time. Paolo just came back, bro. Desmond Bane been hooping about 2-3 months. Like
they said, I don't need no time off. Fight through this.
And I guess it ended up working out, on the other side of it. But I was always pro, like, bro, you need to sit down for a minute. Shout out to my boy JD. He said Jake got cooked by Ant. And just made a call. God dang.
You actually may be right on some real talk. Like, I know you're joking right now, but you actually may be right, my boy. Like, I am not going to.
That's messed up, bro. That's messed up if that's what happened.
That is messed up. It is happening.
Man, your back hurting or something, bro.
It was like, hey, bro, come on, log out for me. I need you to take a few games off. Like, hey, Gigi's back full. Come on, sit your tail down real quick. Just say your back hurting. You'll be right. No, had a little heating pad. No, come to the facility. Had a little heating pad. Tell the trainers that you feeling a little off.
Right.
You'll be good. Yep.
Because if he dressed out, Jenkins gonna play him. Now you playing 13 dudes. Like.
And we don't need that. Oh my gosh, 13 guys in freaking February. It's gonna be February. It's gonna be February. Oh my god, it's gonna be February this week, and he's plays 13 guys. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to get on no Taylor Jenkins right now. It's just you saying that made me mad.
Sounds crazy, though. But yeah, shout out to Bane, bro. Just getting back to himself. That's what we need, especially with the big three. Finally, having stretches of games where they're playing together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Good to see him getting back into a rhythm. And lastly, Ja. I know people have kind of been. I know y'all talked about it a couple weeks ago, like kind of what's going on with Ja. I still think, and Shane talked about this on his show as well, bro. Like how this offense just does not. It don't propel Ja in a way at all. Like. He's a pass first point guard anyway. Shout out to D Rose for, just echoing those same sentiments. Like Ja is a point guard, and he developed, to be this great scorer. But it's like he's not allowed to be himself in this offense. Them shoes that he had on that say "Let me be Ja." Like for us to get to where we got to go, Ja Morant is gonna have to be able to be Ja Morant, bro. And yes, we're winning game. This is just why a lot of us that have certain conversations and point out critiques and stuff about the team. Like people get upset that we're pointing these things out because we're winning. Yes, we're winning games, but when it gets into the playoffs, bro, how you win matters. And how you're winning games. And if we're not showcasing and running our offense, it's to take nothing away from Jaren, because we need Jaren to be who he is 100%. But if Ja can't be Ja in the midst of what's going on, that's getting potentially and probably going to be a big issue, bro. So I don't, I know he was sick, and that's why I think it was the game he played against the Spurs, I think.
Yeah.
He looked a little bit off of. No. It was the Hornets. My bad.
The Hornets. Yeah, Hornets game. Because he
language.
Yeah, he looks upset. He
that last 5 minutes, I was like, I text a couple people. I'm like, man, something ain't right. So it came out the next game after that following game that he was sick. And I'm like, all right, I could get that. But it's just certain little nuances. I ain't gonna go deep into a conspiracy bag right now. But I'm seeing little things, bro. Like, I know what my eyes are seeing. If you're paying attention, you can see them too. You at home watching. It's some little things that's just kind of going on between two people, and I just leave it at that. That looks a little bit off. And I know relationships kind of go through ups and downs. It could just be that. It could be something. It could be nothing, whatever. But I just need y'all to get back to the place of, being that guy that he know he is, that we know he is. Because come 2.5, 3 months, we all gonna need that guy. No matter what y'all say about anything else going on. But other than that, good week overall. You can't ask for nothing more than a go undefeated. Big week this week where we're going. I think we're going to play the Knicks tonight. Come back, then leave back out. Then come
we got
back.
Rockets. No, we got to play them damn Rockets. Okay, we got the Knicks coming up. Then we got the Rockets. Then we got the Bucks. Then we play the Spurs. By next week we'll be playing the Spurs. So we got
all the games though. They go home, and then they fly back out, and they go home. And fly back
we're going away, home, away, home, away, home, away, away. Okay, yeah. Then we're going. Yeah.
Who set that schedule up?
I'm saying the NBA don't like us, bro. Like, we gotta travel that's not that big from Phoenix to LA. That's not really it's not a big road trip now.
Yeah.
But we gotta go to Canada, then go back to Memphis, and then go to West Coast. Now that's a crazy trip. Going to Canada, yeah. Cause we play the Raptors on the 5th, then we got the Thunder on the 8th, then we gotta go back West Coast to play the Suns on the 11th. That's a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
It's a lot of traveling.
It is what it is, man. Hoping them dudes can go, hey, go undefeated again. Do it again. Shit. Hey,
keep winning, man.
Got players coming back, hopefully. I got something I'm going to talk to you about again. This next segment. Well, not this segment. Next segment after that break. Last one. I know you ain't going to have too much to say on it. I ain't going to have too much to say. I got to bring it up because it's constantly coming up. And that's this Jimmy Butler stuff that's going on. We're not going to go into no deep conversation. I knew you was going to drop your head like that, so I ain't going to ask what you think about it.
I'm going on mute.
How you feel? It was another report, if y'all don't know, that came out. Because I know a lot of our listeners don't be on Twitter like that. I know that. So if you haven't seen it, it was another report. It was another clip, I guess you can say, of basically national TV, Jimmy Butler doesn't want to come to Memphis report, whatever you want to call that. Mark Spears was on ESPN NBA today, and basically at the end of the show was saying that he got word that Jimmy's open to go anywhere again. We've heard this before, except for Memphis. And I'll say this, like, you had a lot of people in the city of Memphis, Grizzly fans, whatever you want to call them, right? They were taking it personally, like, why is he singling us out? And I didn't take it personal in that sense. I just was trying to figure out, like, what was the method to the madness of why it's Memphis. I don't, if you don't want to come to Memphis, all right, bro, I can throw the two birds at you. It's cool. It is what it is. Like, we don't want nobody that don't want to be there. But immediately, and my conspiracy brain will jump to a conspiracy really, really quick. And half of me was trolling, but half of me was really kind of feeling like trying to figure this thing out to the point to where I'm like, Jimmy is playing reverse psychology with Memphis right now, bro. He is. Like, because think about it like this, right? Why would you continually come out and say you don't want to be in Memphis? What you don't even have any ties to Memphis, like at all. We all know. Well, if you're on Twitter, Jimmy is following. The only two active NBA players he's following on Twitter is what's his name? Jay Crowder and Ja Morant. That's the only two active NBA players he follows. So he ain't got no beef with Ja because that's one of the only two guys he follows. He's got connection with Anthony Carter that used to be a coach down there. If he wants to win a championship, he know that he need to come play with some dogs in Memphis, and he can be the alpha dog if he want to be, because we need that. Come on, we need all that energy. And then the very next day, a report came out that, like two reports, matter of fact, that Memphis would love the idea of him coming, and they think that if he comes, it's going to propel us to a championship. So if somebody was really in the back channels telling you, I don't for real want to be there with you, why would more reports come out saying like, no, they still probably gonna pursue this? It's something to that, bro. It's something to it. I'm telling y'all. So, like, get out our feelings. Get out your feelings on how you feel about Jimmy Butler being on the Grizzlies. Because I'm telling y'all, in my head, Jimmy Butler is probably gonna be a Grizzly in 2 weeks. And the reason why is simple. He wants his money, and nobody's going to give him that money except for the Phoenix Suns. We all know that. That's the only team that really wants him. But if you can agree to come here, opt out, you clear money off our books so we can pay Jaren Jackson. If he makes all NBA, he gets Supermax. Cool. Mission accomplished. We potentially get a championship. That's on your resume. Jimmy Butler, you're a certified first ballot Hall of Famer. Great. Check that off the list. You get to sign with the team of your choice in the offseason. Whatever the deal may be, check that off the list. And potentially, just like every other star, pseudo-star, whatever you say, outside of Chandler Parsons, that comes to the city of Memphis and plays here, they love it and they stay. You say, you know what? These dudes, we're going to be together for the next at least 3, 4, 5 years. Let me just re-up and get a discount. I'll stay here until GG ready. Just watch that. Just keep your antennas to the sky on that one. Brian Windhorst fingers on that one. Just keep an eye on that. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm done.
I don't like you. I don't like no one that keeps talking about this. I'm tired of hearing about it. It ain't you personally, Chris. It's just everyone keep talking about it. If y'all don't know, I'm sick of this whole Jimmy Butler bull crap. Cause that's all it is to me. It's bull jive. If he don't want to come here, cool. If we gonna trade for him, trade him. I'm just sick of talking about it because it seems like it's just smoke and mirrors to me. I don't know. What you said, the rationale makes sense.
Why would it keep coming up? That's the thing.
Oh, because that's what the NBA media does, Laurel. Like, we thought we was gonna get DFS, and we thought that was gonna happen. We've been talking about Cam Johnson for 4 months now, and that deal still ain't freaking happening.
No.
Like,
That's us. What I'm saying is think nationally. Why would the national media keep saying Memphis? They don't give a damn about Memphis. We go out there, Ja dunks on Wemby's head, the tallest alien in the freaking world, and they spent 3 minutes trying to disprove why the dunk wasn't a dunk. Like, no, but they don't fool with us. It's the reason why Memphis keep getting brought up. That's all I'm saying.
You're not wrong. Your rationale makes sense. I'm just tired of hearing about it because I don't know, I just don't think it's like, bro. Okay. This is the one thing I'm gonna say because it's been making me mad. And I just know what you were saying. It's just this whole Jimmy Butler thing, because I'm tired of even if all this stuff is true, I'm tired of him just talking like, bro, if you don't want to come, you don't want to come here. Cool, you don't gotta keep saying it. And if it isn't true, it don't make sense to keep talking about why you gotta double down on it. Like, if you don't want to come here, fine, bro. Like, you ain't gotta keep. Anyway, I generally think Jimmy Butler has been to the finals twice. I feel like he was like, yo, I'm good. If he's submitting on getting his money, he ain't coming to Memphis. Simple as that. But if he actually want to win, he gonna come here. That's simple as that. And that's all I gotta say. If he want to win,
it really ain't though. I'm gonna
that's
tell
what
you
it
why.
comes. Okay,
he's putting that report out there because he is a last ditch effort, knowing that if nothing else fails, I got a deal on the table to go to Memphis. I can go at least get a ring and possibly just opt into my $50 million contract that I got for next year. That's the worst case. The worst case scenario is staying in Miami. But the second worst case scenario is that I just go to Memphis, bro. Like, that's it. So it's a last ditch effort for him saying, look, hey, deadline is a week away. If you gonna come get me, it looks like he's winking like this. Come get me. Please give me my money. Do whatever you gotta do. Phoenix goes and get 3 first-round picks so they can go do a trade. Like, he's trying to work his way to Phoenix, bro. But if it don't pop off, he's not against going to Memphis the way that it's come out to me. I'm telling y'all, just think. What did R. Kelly say? Use your common sense.
Quoting R. Kelly in 2025 is kind of crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey,
that's a kind of wild thing.
I'm talking about R. Kelly single. I don't care about that.
Okay, valid point. Like I said, I don't disagree with you. Like, it makes sense. It's just I am so sick and tired of hearing about this Jimmy Butler thing.
We
like,
got a week left.
Bro.
That's all. We
got a when's trade deadline? February 2nd.
February 6th. My daughter's birthday is the 7th. So yeah, I'm gonna be
okay. So we got 10 days.
Yep.
We got 10 days. If this don't get finalized next 10 days, I'm gonna be mad at everybody because y'all wasted all y'all breath talking about all this bull job and nothing happens. I'm gonna look at you, Chris, like, yo, you wasted all that time talking and nothing even happened. Like I said before,
bro,
I hope I'm wrong.
Hey,
like I said on Twitter, like I said, I hope I'm wrong. Hey, I'm gonna stamp this right now. I hope I'm wrong. I pray to God that we make a move. I don't see it happening. I just don't. With the history.
Hold that on, because that's literally our next segment. Don't go
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Literally, we're gonna talk about that. So don't I want you to say that. I want you to say that.
Either way, I'm tired of hearing about Jimmy Butler. Y'all ain't gonna hear me talk about it again unless a trade happens.
Unless it happens, yeah.
Unless it happens. Y'all ain't gonna hear me talk about it. Y'all ain't gonna hear me talk about it on Twitter again. I've talked about it enough on Twitter. Talked about it enough on this show. Even though when our highest rated episode was Jimmy Butler episode, that's when I actually thought he was just gonna come here. But now I don't think he coming no more because he pissed everybody off. He just being a brat right now. Like, he just trying to get his bread. He want his cake and eat it too. That's what it come down to. He want to get his bread. We also want to win, and them two things ain't gonna work with the situation he's trying to go to. He ain't winning nothing in Phoenix. He not. I'm sorry. I like KD. He cold. He's not winning nothing in Phoenix. They have no bench. They have no defense. They have no coach. That's one thing. They go to Memphis. He has everything he wants in Memphis. He has a young star. He don't got to be the number one option. He has a great freaking defender, Jaren Jackson Jr. Everything works out, but we don't got the money to pay him. So what you want to do, bro? You want to get your bread, or you want to win? You can't have your cake and eat it too, boy. Like, you can't, bro. Like, I'm getting mad. Like,
you can get half a cake, and if you don't get a half a cake, you get a cupcake. You can get something.
You still got one of them rings, like you, like, bro. Don't. The only way this happens unless we agree to a Kawhi type deal. Hey, bro, we can have you for 4 months, get a little rental.
That's what it will be.
It'll be a Kawhi deal.
Yeah.
If we do that, I'll be happy. Call me a fool. I'll be like, yo, I'm happy about it. But I'm so sick of talking about this. Unless Jimmy Butler can pull a Kawhi, cool. I'm happy with it. But if not, I'm sick of talking about it.
We'll see what happened, man. But we done with the No Bluffing news. We're gonna go ahead and jump into the commercial break. I know we went a little bit over, but we're gonna chop it up about this trade situation real quick. Do they need to make one? Do they not need to make one? And then we're gonna end on this little quick Edey conversation, or this center conversation that I feel like we need to discuss, and Evan feel like we need to discuss as well. So we're gonna jump into this break, and we'll be right back on the other end of No Bluffing Podcast. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
But you look at the 21 team, the 22 team, the 23 team. A lot of times you'll see Memphis go on long winning streaks and then multiple games in a row losses, right?
Yeah.
Like last year, they won 3 conference games and then lost 4. Then they won 3 and then they lost 3.
How many times have we called Memphis seasons roller coasters? Because they take those swings, like you said, like they'll win 3 really good games and then they'll drop a couple just inexcusable.
The things that plagued them in the Temple game, they fixed in the Charlotte game, and they beat another team on the road in a conference where it's landmine season, landmine game after landmine game. They righted the ship rather quickly comparatively to other Tiger teams.
Tune into On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
In the 2 games, I don't know. I guess I expected to see more from Wemby, just because I've seen more. Like you, I haven't really watched the Spurs, but I've seen a lot of highlights of him, and I've seen a lot of stat lines from him that are incredible. And his stat lines were good against us, but I don't think they were impactful.
His play was underwhelming. But to me, it was the shot selection was awful. Because of his length, it's very hard to contest anything. He caught the ball at the free throw line one time, made the dribble, and then opened up for a layup, and I was like, holy shit. Dude was at the rim laying the ball, like over the top of Jaren. Just literally, I was like, God, dog. I don't know why. I'm glad he don't do that more often.
Tune in to the Night Court podcast with your hosts, Rob Fisher and Brevin Knight, on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the No Bluffin podcast, where we keep it all the way real, all the way raw, and all the way honest about everything. Grizzlies, I am Chris Sigerman. To my right, it's my right-hand man, Evan Hayes, man. And we're going to jump into straight like this, man. Do the Grizzlies need to make a trade, or do they not need to make a trade? I want to get your case for both, Evan. I want you to tell me why you think they do and why you think they don't. I mean, the guys that winning games, they got guys coming back from injury. This team we have never seen full strength ever in life. We may not ever seen full strength in life. So where you stand on that, man? Like, well, give me both reasons, your cases for both, and then just before when you get done with all that, just give me your straight up. You know what? No. Let's do it like this. Give me your answer of why you think we should. And then I'm going to go give mine, and then we'll do the not. We'll do it like that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Why the Memphis Grizzlies should make a trade is because we have lack of playoff experience, number one. So I feel like we need somebody that can bring that veteran presence that has been there before, whether they've been to a final, at least been to a conference finals, and at least has probably, I will hope they have more experience than Ja Morant, who's probably only person on the right team right now is Marcus Smart, and he's not in the lineup right now. So I would like to think they have at least more experience than Taylor Jenkins and Ja Morant. So at least 7 years in the league, at least, or something close to that. Yeah, I feel like we just need more playoff experience, man. Just someone to, when the ship gets real heavy or real wavy, they can ride the ship. Like, I know I keep bringing back this game because this game just sticks in my mind so much. That Dallas Mavericks game we lost in Dallas, that game sticks out to me so much because that was prime playoff atmosphere against a team that was previously in the finals, against guys that have played in the conference finals and the finals on multiple occasions, and we folded like a lawn chair. On the time we were I feel like on paper we're a better team than the Mavericks. Of course now because everybody's hurt with the Mavericks, but that game sticks in my mind. I feel like if we had a Cam Johnson, a Jimmy Butler, whoever in those type of games, it's not just the on the court stuff, but just having a veteran in the locker room that's been there, that can talk to John, that can talk to Jaren, that can talk to Dave, that can talk to Gigi. When we need those times just to sit down, just calm down, we good, we just hit our stuff and keep it going. Man, sometimes talk to Taylor Jenkins. Udonis Haslam is crazy as he is. Him and Eric Spoelstra, if y'all look on the bench, they're in constant communication with each other. Like constant communication about, UD not a coach. He can be like, yo, hey, I remember in 06 when we do the same thing. Let's do this. Like, they have stuff to call back on. Like, time's the greatest teacher. And that's one thing we don't have right now. That's why
for you. Do you think Jimmy will be doing what he's doing if UD was still on the bench with him?
Oh, of course not. Not even close. Not even close. UD was like the most vet you could have. Biggest OG. Like, I got mad respect for UD. He didn't even play for the last 3-4 seasons of his career, but just him being on the bench, just doing what he did, like just being a constant professional. Nah, I definitely don't think so. So I feel like we do. And when it comes to on the court perspective, I don't know what it is, and this is I'm saying this is solely based on how quick Gigi Jackson returns to form. If Gigi Jackson returns to form, I don't feel like we need an extra offensively. I don't think we need it. But if it takes him a little minute to get to that, I feel like we need another shot creator on the floor that can get their own shot and hit a consistent outside jump shot. Because as much as I love Luke, he's playing now, but we all know Luke isn't consistent. Vince isn't here right now. Marcus Smart isn't here right now. Jalen Woods, much I love Jalen Woods defensively, he's not the most consistent shooting the three ball. I feel like we need another guy, if that guy isn't Gregory Jackson Jr., to be another shot creator outside of Ja. Because
Right.
even though Dez is playing great, I'm not confident with him putting the ball on the floor 1-4 low and getting a bucket. Like I'm not. Dez is showing he can do it, but not on a consistent basis in a high clip. That's not his game. So that's the reason why I feel like we do need to make. If we do make a trade, those I feel like reasons that we need.
Okay. For me, I'm gonna look at it from a little bit different standpoint on my reason why we should. This team, we got our core. We got Ja, we got Jaren, we got Dez. We know that barring something crazy or we have a GM shakeup or maybe even ownership shakeup, like this three is who we rolling with. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. Now, granted, you know, if you talk to me, I think Gigi is going to slide himself into that big three, and one of them either somebody's role gets reduced or you look at it as a big four. And at that point, great. Like that's not a bad thing. I look at may even have a big five depending on how Edey continues to develop and gets playing time. But for now, we're moving forward with Dez, Ja, and Jaren as your big three. So with that being said, all three of them dudes are on pretty good contracts right now. Jaren is up for his extension, which I'm still not there on him getting all NBA. If he gets it, then I'm, you know, it is what it is. I just don't know yet. I mean, we'll see. But if he does, again, you got three guys on pretty much the max money they could potentially, I mean, whatever they can get, they're going to get. Same thing with Ja when he's up. So I say to say, like, this is the time where you go all in, bro. Like it's like it really bothers me, and I don't understand when people say, like, just let the guys develop. Like no, bro, we have our three guys. Like, don't get me wrong, people can continue to get better as we go up. I mean, you look at like a Jordan Poole, like, or I think there's other guys that, like, in the midst of a championship team kind of elevating to that level, they were trying to get better. Christian Brown, Christian Brown. His name spelling always throws me out. But like for him being with that Denver Nuggets team as a rookie, he was actually impacting the game.
Oh, you talking about white boy Christian Braun, like Braun.
It's spelled Braun, but I think you spell it. You say it Brown though, right?
You're right. It's spelled Braun in my head.
It's spelled weird.
So that's how it messed me up. Yeah,
it messed my head up too. But yeah, like his rookie year, he was out there making impact plays, and then now, based off roster construction, he's your starting two guard. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Okay to allow guys to develop, but it'd be crazy as hell for Denver 3 years ago to say, like, no, we got Christian Brown, we're gonna let him develop and not make a move. Like, no, they had their core and did what they had to do. So this is the time where you make the move. Like keeping the picks. Let me touch on that. Y'all know if y'all listen to this podcast for a while, you know that I'm big on like saying F them picks. Thank you, Evan. Like I wish I could use that finger, but I'm not gonna do it. Like F them picks, bro. Like we give Zach Kleiman credit for being a amazing drafter, especially in the second round. So if you're good at drafting the second round, who really cares if we're keeping, holding on to all these first round picks? Nobody cares, bro. If you're going to pick up great guys in the second round that are going to continue to actually like contribute to winning, and then you also have a track record of getting guys on two-way contracts, signing them that weren't on nobody's team, and then they're getting converted into actual standard contract guys.
Yeah.
Lean into that, because right now you got Gigi, Vince, J Huff, Scottie Pippen Jr., Cam Spencer.
So my two-way guys. You talking about two-way guys?
Basically, either they've been turned into two ways, or been converted from two ways, or currently on two ways.
Gigi, Vince, J Huff, Yuki.
I ain't counting Yuki, bro. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. That's not even serious.
You talking about rotation guys? Gigi, Vince, J Huff, Scottie Pippen. Who else did you say?
Cam Spencer.
That's five. Yeah, that's five.
Cam is he's gonna be on a real contract next year. Cam will.
Yeah, he just hurt right now. He can play.
Yeah.
Cam, he's showing enough that he's gonna be fine. So yeah.
If we had a roster spot, Cam would have been on a roster spot. Like he's that good of a player. So like if you got those five guys locked up for the next minimum 3 seasons after this year, for less than like $10 million, maybe $11 million for all three. That means in the next couple years, like they will be, they'll have 3-4 years under their belt, and they'll be the ones that you should be dependent on to be your role players to take you to the top.
Yep.
You may get a couple guys that you get in free agency or like buyouts or like little small minute trades to come in here that actually are high impact role players. But for the most part, you've shown that you can grab these guys that are not, on anybody's radar, develop them, and then sign them to real deals. What are we holding on to all these first round picks for? This is the time where you actually invest in and you gas the train with your guys, bro. And if you're not ready to do that, we may not ever be ready, honestly, because you waiting on something that may not happen. Again, I'm not trying to start no narrative, but I'm just saying what I'm seeing. I feel like it may be something there where John's getting a little bit irritated how things are going as far as just the system. Because again, it's not about him hating on nobody. It's just that, bro, I'm not comfortable in this. I'm not myself in this. You know what I'm saying? Anybody will be he's very unselfish. He probably ain't gonna come out and never say anything, but body language shows one another. And for it's a little weird, bro. So I don't want people to get to a point where now we wait till a blow up happen to make a move when it's like, no, get these guys what they need. And I know we're gonna talk about the center situation in the next segment, but anybody as much, I'm talking about, you can give me as much Grizzly Kool-Aid as you want. You can give me the bluest tinted is Grizzly blue shades that you want to give me. Going into the playoffs with 2 rookies as your starters is playoff suicide. It just is, bro. And then the rest of your bench, for the most part, is first year, second year guys. Like that just don't make sense.
At least 1 or 2 years of playing meaningful basketball. At least that's like playing actual meaningful basketball. They don't have a lot of meaningful basketball experience under their belt at all.
BC would basically be your only one for the most part off the bench.
It's
I
smart.
guess. And if you
smart, still have smart.
Other than that, like I don't see how you could be a watcher of basketball over the last 10 to 15, if not more years than that, and you think that that's a good thing. And it's not about knocking them guys. I think Jalen Wills is going to be a phenomenal player long term. Same thing with Zach Edey. But if Ja Dez and Jaren are continually talking about, Jaren just said it again on NBA TV, the goal is championship.
He said we don't care about nothing else. He said they don't care about nothing else. Get a chip, man.
If that's what they own, you as a front office need to be on the same shit. I'm just saying. Yeah. So that's my case to make it, bro.
Yeah, and I agree. You can't, and I think either you tweeted this or somebody else tweeted this a few days ago. Like, I feel like we have an issue like with ZK. Like, he's trying, you can't say you're contending, but still like keeping moves and players close to your chest, like you're still trying to in rebuilding mode. Like, you have the players, you've had regular season success. We're trying to get the playoff success. You have 3 all-star level players, 4 when Gigi eventually becomes an all-star level player, binding on health and all that. Like, you can't say we're ready to win a championship and all that, but then let's hold on to these picks just in case some blow up, or let's hold on to these bottom of the rotation guys just in case some go. Like, like if you go all in or all not. Like, that's why I use that Toronto example with Kawhi. Because Toronto knew they wasn't gonna get Kawhi. Like, you can ask anybody. Masai Ujiri, the owner he knew good and well that Kawhi was here for that 1 year, and you better do everything you can to get it. Because even if you're winning a championship, who cares? Like, people throw out like, like they got Marcus all that year. Like, they made moves and you see Marcus all was gone. Not the next year, but the year after that. Like, and pretty much retired after that. Like, they made moves. Like, they got Serge Ibaka. Serge Ibaka was on the last legs of his prime. Hey. Got him. And what they do? Winning championship.
Yep.
Like, what everybody say, like, oh, they get on the Lakers. This is not Lakers, but I'm using the example. Oh, they traded Zonzo and Josh Hart and Brett. Look what would happen if they let him develop. They got a championship. Who cares?
That's just sometimes how the cookie crumble, bro.
I'm like, you can call it a bubble of fugazi ring all day. I'm not one of those people. I know people talk about people try to discredit the bubble. Like, Lonzo's a good player. Julius Randle's a good player. Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, they're good players. But you can't do nothing about that thing up in the Raptors, man. Like, you there's nothing you can do for that. And I don't want to be in that like situation. I don't know a situation. You can tell if I'm wrong. I can't think of a championship where they were contending, but also developing guys at the same time. I can't think of no championship that was. They tried to do it in Boston. See what happened in Boston? They tried to do it in Boston. They tried to have Kyrie to win that, but they still wanted to keep Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum when they were young to develop them. You see, they didn't get nowhere. That's a prime example of where you try to do both, and they always held on to them picks. Because Brad Stevens was the king of hold on to picks, and Danny Ainge. Yeah. They never traded those picks. And you see what happened. And they didn't win nothing. They had to get rid of Kyrie. Well, not get rid of. They had to let Kyrie walk and make moves to get Kristaps and these type of things. They said, forget it. We're going to go all in and get this dude. They traded us, Marcus Smart. Like, that's an example of that franchise example of what not to do. They learned their mistake, and then they did the proper thing and won a championship out of it. Yeah. So, like, no one's going to care if we traded Jake LaRavia or Luke Kennard or whoever if we got a parade on Beale Street. Like, nobody's going to care.
Yeah, nobody at all. And here's the thing: these guys are locked in. This is what makes us so different from any other situation. These dudes locked in with the city for real. Like,
yeah, they love the city.
Yeah, Ja got Memphis tatted on him. Dez just put in an article the other day, like, man, I love it here. Jerry, y'all can say what you want about him, but he loves the city. He's an ambassador. Like, these dudes love the city. Like, they gonna be here. So yes, even if the picks go wrong, so what? When you got your guys and you paying your guys the money you paying them,
and they want to be
it
here.
out.
Yeah.
And like I said, you got pretty much a back half of your rotation for less than $10 million the next couple of years, bro. At a certain point, I was just having this conversation with my dad on some other stuff. But at a certain point, you got to just go out there and jump, bro, take a risk, and then what they say, jump and learn how to fly on the way down. Like, you cannot be scared to win the championship. Yes, it was risky going to get Kawhi and Marc Gasol, but guess what? Whoop the F and do they won a championship? Who cares if they left afterwards? The only person that on the books that's probably gonna do something like that, leave after the championship, is Jimmy. So if you go get somebody else, they probably still gonna be here for the next couple of years, bro. Like, they're keeping and hold. What prompted me to talk about this is a report that teams are hesitant to give up 2 first-round picks for Cam Johnson. Who gives a F, bro? I'm sorry. Like, if you give up them 2 funky first-round picks and he don't work here, you still have a tradable asset. I think he on a 4-year, $22 or $23 million a year per deal. Like, I mean, per year deal. Like, if it don't work, you move him on somewhere else.
Just figure it out, bro.
Yeah, but don't be sitting here scared and not do nothing. Now, I do want to get your take on why they don't need to make a trade. Before we do, JD says, do make a trade. Need a guy who's been there before and contribute.
They're not getting John Collins. I'm sorry. Chris, let it go. Chris, let it go. We're not getting John Collins.
It ain't about – okay, we're going to talk about this in the next segment. If you don't go get a big, you fooling yourself. And so what other big you going to go get?
I agree with you. Like, I think John Collins is a great asset. When and then some comes out of left field.
I don't know what like Kleiman ain't gonna do. If you asking me right now today to go put money up on what Kleiman gonna do, I think Kleiman ain't gonna do anything.
Yeah, he ain't doing. That's what history said.
And what I think they need to go do and what will work. I mean, y'all know Collins makes the most sense, bro.
It makes a lot of sense. But on the not making a trade, and that's exactly right. I don't think I really don't want to go to this, but I'm gonna go into it anyway. We should make a trade because we don't know what we have yet. And I don't like that argument. I frankly don't. But because we don't know what our full roster looks like healthy, you really don't know what you have until you see it. And I don't like the waiting game. I don't think that's smart per se. But undoubtedly, this is the most talented team we ever had. And I've said before, presently constructed, I feel like we can still continue for the championship. It's just going to make it a lot of freaking harder. Like, bro, the West is going to be a gauntlet, bro. Like, there is no favorable matches in the West. I'm sorry, there isn't one. If we run into the Lakers, we run into the Clippers if they're healthy, run into Denver, like run into Dallas if they get healthy at the right. Like, Dallas is in the play-in right now. That's people not thinking about. Dallas is in the play-in right now. But they can still get hot, and we run to them in the first-round matchup, and they give us a run for our money because they still got some 2 killers named Kyrie and Luka Doncic. We know the Lakers is.
All the up-and-coming teams are top 4, and all the OG teams is either back half or in the play-in. Like, that's scary.
Something like that. Like,
that's scary.
Like, bro, hold on. Let me look at this real quick. Like, there are no. Let me look at this. 1 second. All right, so we got the Nuggets, the 4th seed, the Lakers, the 5th seed, the Clippers. Right now, we're lining with the Clippers. If I'm not betting against Kawhi in the play, if he's on the floor, Kawhi is dangerous. I don't care. You see, have James Harden too, and we lost to them in Memphis without Kawhi.
Mm-hmm.
I was at that game.
Mm-hmm.
Hard game. You got the Timberwolves 7th seed, Suns 8th seed, Mavericks 9th seed, and Kings 10th seed. And the Warriors are game behind the Kings for the 11th. So the Warriors are still creeping around with that light-skinned boy that can still shoot the cover off the ball better than anybody ever.
You can take them out to the back of the shed.
I'm sorry. I'm still not like it's still Chef, bro. I don't care, bro. Chef is Chef, bro.
Oh, Chef ain't got nothing. He ain't got a utensil in the kitchen with him. Like he ain't got a pot.
He a one-man militia, one-man army. Yeah, but still the King. We've lost to the Kings this year. Well, have we lost to the Kings? I know they play. I know they either beat us. Yeah, we lost to the Kings this year. Like all those teams we've named, they are all tough outs. So if you want to bet, like I'm a king of. I love like sticking to your guns, and I respect people that do that just in life. So I guess that's why you shouldn't, because you don't know we have, and you're expecting us to just take another leap when we get to April and May. But am I that confident? Not that confident, because the West is so freaking hard. So yeah, I feel like presently constructed, we have probably the most talented team in the West. So that's why I say, like, if everyone's healthy, that's why we should make a trade. But I can't with confidence say that we shouldn't just because of that, though. That's the reason I would give. But am I completely confident on that? Not at all. Because 1 through 8, 1 through 9 could knock each other off.
Yeah.
Like the Thunder can mess around and play the Mavericks in the first round, and the Mavericks could knock them off.
And you wouldn't be surprised.
You wouldn't be surprised at all. The Rockets could mess around and play the Timberwolves or the Suns first round and get bounced out in 5 games.
I put my money on the other team on that one any day.
Like,
Rockets,
come on,
they
bro.
cool, but yeah, man.
You run into KD in a playoff series, run into Ant in a playoff series. Like, come on, I like Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green. I like y'all. Y'all cool little team.
It's cute.
But when it comes to real big boy basketball, like I'm taking KD and I'm taking Anthony Edwards and those type of guys over y'all. I'm sorry.
Yep.
So yeah, man, like it's a gauntlet, bro. And just looking at these teams, like it's so like between the fifth, there's a 2 games between the 5th seed. No, between the 5th seed and the 10th seed, there's only 3 games. That's how close it is in the West.
It's tight.
It's 3 games, bro.
It's tight.
So if you just want to stick to your guns and say on paper we're the most talented, which I agree with, cool. But am I like completely recommending that? Nah, I'm not.
Your team, they need to make a trade.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why okay. Should we make it? Do I think we should make a trade? Yes, I do. I 100% do, because I feel like we need another gear. Because I feel like, and like I said, I'm still sticking to my guns when I say it depends on Gigi. If Gigi becomes what I think Gigi is, I feel like we could be okay. Because I know we're gonna get to Edey. I know me and you don't see eye to eye on that.
We don't have enough time to know that though.
Exactly. You literally got to decide in the 10 days. Exactly. Yeah. So you don't know. That's why I say in my soul, I would say make a trade to make sure, but I don't know how that gonna look, because I've talked about this on my Twitter. I don't see a deal out there that ZK will actually make, because history shows ZK doesn't make a lot of just swing move trades. The Mark Smart trade was an exception, but that happened in the fortnight in the offseason. We didn't expect that to happen at all. Like, that came out of left field. It was like 11 or 12 o'clock at night when that trade went through. Like,
it was literally the deadline that you had to make the trade. Same thing like Luke. He came through the Luke trade like 15 minutes before the actual trade deadline.
Yeah. So unless some crazy stuff like that, ZK doesn't make just I'm going all in type moves. That's number one. That's the main reason. Because somebody asked me a few days ago, like, do you think it's because there's no offer out there, or ZK is too scared? I feel like it's 70% that ZK is too scared, and 30% the market ain't out there for us to make a needle moving trade?
I don't think it's either one.
Okay, what do you think it is?
I
Then?
don't think he's scared, and I think his deal's out there. I think he's arrogant, bro. And
Explain.
point when he went with that DFS deal, I said it already. Like,
Oh yeah, he got burned on that one. Yeah.
You were giving them a first and 2 players at the time. Luke was being sorry, and they were going to take on Jitty's bad contract. And they were like, cool, we're going to do that deal. And you get your arrogant ass out there and say, well, give us your 2nd round pick. So basically, we'll just jump back 10 to 12 spots. Oh,
Stupid.
Deal off.
Doing too much, then. Doing too
Yeah.
much.
So, yeah, I don't think that it's not deals out there. It's clearly deals out there. And I don't think he's scared to make the deal. I just think he's an arrogant asshole. And then he gonna come to us after he miss out on these people and they go to
I tried.
I don't want to hear that shit climbing. Hey, you can go with Jenkins at the end of this offseason. When we get through right in the playoffs, both of y'all can walk y'all happy ass out the forum and we can get some new people because I ain't got time for it, bro.
I don't know, man.
I don't think it's either one of them, bro. Too damn smart.
You too that they think they too smart for their own good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It's just maybe that's why I think they are too scared because they try to hold some things to their chest. You feel me? Like they try to get something back too much. That's why. See, we probably see it differently because in that DFS trade, he's like, I still want some draft capital. I'm afraid to not have enough draft capital, so I want something back in return so we can still get another draft pick. We just see those two. That's how I see it. Yes, he was being too smart, but I see he's like, I really don't want not to have draft capital behind me, so I want another 2nd round pick back. Again, who cares about 2nd round picks? We're in the same mindset. I don't think a 2nd round pick should hold that much value that meant to blow up a whole trade, a trade that could have helped us a lot. But I'm just trying to get into the mind of a Zach Kleiman when it doesn't make a lot of sense sometimes.
He's trying to be Danny Ainge, and he ain't got the resume to be Danny Ainge.
Yeah, he trying to. Oh, the Grizzlies fleet. They want people to say the Grizzlies fleece.
Thank you. You finally got it. That's what I'm saying.
I figured it out. Oh my god!
He don't want to be known as the
figured it out.
The plucker, and that's the problem.
Chris,
plucker, bro.
Chris.
I've been trying to lead you to the water.
I just figured it out. Oh, he trying to fleece him.
But he's a fake fleecer. Like when you get into like I can't remember what it was. I think I was listening to it's perfect. I was listening to Nipsey earlier, and Nipsey said just like what was the people he was saying? Oh, he said just like money, no money. Like when you got money, you can recognize people that really got money and the people that's faking that don't really got the money, right? And he said shooters know they recognize and respect shooters. Like I'm sorry to take y'all to the streets. I'm sorry. I'm just talking about a rap line. But what he was saying was when you're really something, you can peep out the real of what you are. You can see through the BS or the fakes and the phonies out there. The problem is Zach Kleiman just want to go out there and just do good business. Just go do, like, I ain't telling you to go get, taken advantage of, but just go out there and do good business and get your name out there. You so scared that you're going to get screwed in a deal that you won't make a effing deal. And that's your problem. Anyway, sorry. I'm supposed to be giving you why I think they don't need to make a trade. My bad.
Dang, that really just clicked for me, fool. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like,
He's scared.
He's
scared in that sense. Sorry. He don't want to be known as the fleece guy. That's the only thing he's scared about. He ain't scared to not make a deal.
Yeah.
He don't be known as the plug.
Yeah, he's trying to plug people. He trying to be like, oh yeah, I got all this back and I still kept this. Like he trying to do that.
Did. You don't even give out that aura, fool, like you. No, that ain't you. And it's okay. Just be you.
Just make the deal that helped this team win the championship, bro. Like you don't take all that. You don't take all that.
Your suit tight as hell. We don't think you walk around, like, let me stop. Bro,
you finna start checking this, man.
Yeah.
At 12:25 a.m.
I'm gonna keep it simple. The reason why I feel like they don't need to make a deal is kind of the echo of the sentiments that you did. If Taylor Jenkins can take the pieces that he have, which I don't have I don't have the confidence, but if he can take those pieces and just use them correctly in the playoffs and they're healthy, this team could still win a championship.
It's gonna be hard.
It's simple to me. I think if you go out there with Jadez, Jalen, Jaren, and you continue to play Edey. Like it's the small details of it if they don't make a trade. There's a stat out there. If Edey plays over 25 minutes a night, he's averaging 13 to 14 points and over 10 rebounds a night. And he's averaging a plus 14 in those games. If you want to go off stats, just look at that. If I play my 7'4" center over 25 minutes a night, it's usually a good thing.
I got it. He's averaging 14.9 points, 10.3 rebounds, 2.1 blocks, and 11.1 plus minus. 15 and 10, easy in 25 minutes.
Just play him, bro. Like it's not hard. GG's coming back. Jake should not be playing if he's here. Gigi should be getting a buck of those minutes. If Vince is back, then you kind of got to figure out what you're going to do with him and Luke. I've been liking Luke as backup point guard, but if Smart is still here, we know that's going to him. So you're going to have to just basically double down. You got Santi coming back from an illness. You got too many toys, and that's what the only thing that scares me is that Jenkins is not going to go with a set 8 or 9. He's going to get lost.
Fill it out. He's going to fill out game to game.
And that, to me, again, like the championship teams, they know who their 8-9 guys is. He's not going to know that. And it's a good thing that the team is deep, but for a guy that has issues making a decision, that's not good for him. And, historically, they've taken his toys away. If you don't trade away some of these pieces, he's going to have too many damn toys to pick from.
And simple as that, somebody gonna be upset. And Jenkins, just what history has told me, is Jenkins loves being a player coach. He don't want guys to be mad at him. Somebody gonna be upset. It's gonna be between Santi, Vince, Smart, Luke. Somebody gonna get the short end of the stick because there's no way you can play 11, 12 guys deep in the playoffs. There's no way. Like there's no way because take the starting 5 out. So you got the starting 5. So that means you got Gigi, Vince, Smart, Luke, BC, Santi, J Huff, Scottie Pippen. Who else am I forgetting on the bench? I say everybody. That's 8 guys. Am I forgetting?
Say that.
I'm like, you got discount the starting 5. You got Gigi, Luke, Vince, Smart, Santi, J Huff, Scottie Pippen. I'm forgetting some BC. Did I say BC? I think I said BC.
You got.
I'm thinking
at that point, you don't need to talk about nobody else.
That's 12, but then that's 12 guys. There's no way you're playing all 12 guys in the playoff series. There's no way. Somebody gonna get mad, bro. If you're not gonna trade him in the next 10 days, somebody got to get mad, and you got to be okay with that. There's somebody gonna be mad that they ain't playing at regular minutes, and that's simple as that, bro. Like you gotta. I ain't gonna say like. I ain't gonna call for the man's manhood on this show, but you gotta make the big boy decisions. I'm gonna say, let me say that. Make your big boy decisions. Yeah. And say, okay, somebody may get mad at me, but okay, if that means us winning the championship. Like, it's a bad example, but Tyrese Halliburton and Jason Tatum just said how mad they were that they didn't play in the Olympics. But Steve Kerr was like, hey, oh well, we ain't gonna play because we gotta go. We gotta win a gold medal. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta break a few eggs, make an omelet, man. And I want to know if Jenkins is the guy to do that.
And that's all right. Stars, superstars. And you can't do a bunch of dudes that most of them is just system players.
You can't tell Jake the Raven to sit down somewhere. I got Gigi Jackson right here.
Yeah, Santi, you know what, bro? You out here, you ain't looking right. BC, hey man, pogo stick ain't working tonight, bro. Sorry to tell you. Vince, your t-shirt dirty. Sit down.
You too crazy tonight. You look too crazy, really crazy a little bit. Cam, you just get healthy and stop being crazy. Well, be a little less crazy. It's okay.
Smart, you run up and down the court far, and you ain't shot the ball in 5 minutes, man. Hey, come sit down with me, man. You tripping. You got gas and shit. Sit down.
You be looking out of shape again. Looking out of shape.
Hey, we're gonna hit this last one real quick. Because I mean, we ain't got to harp on it long, but in your mind, and I'll say let's keep this down just 2 minutes. I want to hear your thoughts on it. Do you think, based off everything we talked about, and let's just wrap it up with a bow with this. Do you think that they have a center problem with this Edey stuff? And it's not more so me asking you this to the point to where I don't, or asking you, do you think Edey can hold down I'm trying to make sure I'm asking this correctly. Like it's not really on Edey when I ask you this.
Yeah.
But like if the coach doesn't have the confidence in Edey to get it done, do we have a center problem going to the playoffs, or should we focus on wing and some of these other things we've been rumored to be trying to attack in the trade, the trade market?
I'm gonna try to keep this short, so please tell me if I'm going too long. But yeah, I definitely do not think we have a center problem, and I know we disagree on this, but it's simply because, and I feel like Taylor Jenkins, it's a good and bad problem to have. Yes, I think Taylor hasn't tried to overexpose Edey and tried to let's reel him in before he starts drowning, but he's not allowing him to swim also. Like he's just trying to keep him in this safe pocket. Mm-hmm. And in basketball, really in life, you can't just play it safe. He's trying to play it safe with Edey. Mm-hmm. And I get you're 7'4" rookie. You don't want to just throw him at the deep end and just overexpose, but you also got to let him make his mistakes and truth. So that's what Jenkins has been stuck in. If Jenkins figures out that, hey, he gonna make some mistakes, but we need him because when he is on the floor, he's effective, I feel like we'll be fine. And honestly, I feel like it's gonna come a time where he ain't gonna have a choice but to play him. So that's why I don't feel like it's a problem, because I feel like more than if Jenkins is as smart as we think he should be, he's like, hey, Edey. That's why I said the way I said, because I know how that sounds, but I said it the way I said on purpose. Edey, you're gonna have to play Edey. You finna sink or swim. And that time is gonna come. Hopefully it comes before the playoffs, but by playoff time, Taylor Jenkins had to say, okay, Zach, I need you. Go. If you F it up, you F it up. If not, you're gonna do great. So that's why I don't feel like we have a problem.
Too late then.
I agree with you. I'm just giving because we're dealing with who we have. We're not finding a new coach right now. I'm just saying with the circumstances we have. Hopefully it's in the next 5 to 10, 15 games where it clicks for him. But worst case scenario, when we get to game 1 of whatever playoff series we're in, all right, Zach, you've had all 82 games. Go. We need you now. Go do it. So that's why I don't think we have a center problem, because I feel like no matter if he wants to make a decision or not, he's going to be forced to make that decision to be like, all right, Edey, go do your thing. Because at the end of the day, we need him. And when he's on the floor, he's effective. Like, he makes mistakes. Sometimes he doesn't catch balls. Sometimes he's slow. Sometimes, he makes mistakes. Like, he's a 7'4" big man playing in the NBA. Like, he's going to make mistakes. He doesn't catch the ball sometimes. He dives on loose balls. He doesn't get them. Sometimes he gets laid up on. He gets dunked on a few times. Like,
shit, everybody.
It happens. Everybody do. Like, he makes mistakes. I'm not expecting E to play perfect. And I think everybody gets lost in it. Like, oh, he didn't get those rebounds. Like, he's still a rookie, bro. I get he's played 4 years of college basketball, but it doesn't equate to actual NBA game reps. He's still a rookie. And he's slowly but surely going to figure it out because Edey's just that great of a player. So, no, I don't think we have a problem. We should focus on other things we've talked about before, the wings and all that, because that's where a more of a desperate need is, where we don't have a definite answer right now. All you got to do with Edey is just let him play more, let him mess up and make mistakes and learn. With the wing position, that's like a gaping need that we don't have anyone on the roster right now that fulfills that need. So it's two different problems that we have. You don't meet my dog.
I just tripping. My bad. I think we have a set of problem, and it's nuanced. Is number one, because Jenkins is so up and down with Edey. At a certain point, like you said, you have to trust him to go out there and do what you need your center to do. Like I put a tweet out there this past week. Like last year, when Ja first got back from the 25-game suspension, everybody, the whole sentiment around this team was, oh my God, like this team is amazing with Ja back. You know what I'm saying? Vince had, he had his emergence. Smart was shooting the cover off the ball for like the best portion of his career. The whole conversation around this team was they just need a better center than Bismack Biyombo. That's it. You go out there and you get somebody that, I'm sorry, he's definitely right now leaps and bounds better than Bismack Biyombo.
Without question.
But your coach is not trusting him. I guarantee it was more nights than not that Bismack Biyombo was playing more than 15 minutes a night.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm looking at Zach Edey, where it's nice where he may play 13, 14, 15. And like I said, we halfway into the season. To me, if your coach is not going to trust him, then yes, we have a center problem because what's the alternative? BC is not a center. He's not a center, bro. Like, yes, I get the synergy that him and Jaren have as being best friends. That's only going to work in certain scenarios because the dude can't shoot. He does have no offensive game unless he's being created for him. It just is what it is, and he's undersized. What's making Jaren so effective right now is the fact that he's playing smarter with his fouls, but also he's not out there having to guard a big man that's dominating him every single night, get him into foul trouble. So if you're dependent on BC to do that, that ain't good.
Recipe for disaster.
J Huff, as much as I love him, he ain't ready either. He have his spurts. He's out there going to be a flamethrower some nights where he's going to hit all 5, 6 of his threes. But some of them nights he's going to be out there looking lost in the mud.
Invisible.
Santi's not a center.
He's a small forward. Santi's a small forward.
He's not a small forward because he can't do nothing but shoot. He can't dribble. He can't catch the ball in transition. Santi is just a Santi. Like, that's it.
Yes. He is 7 foot Santi.
He is 7 foot Santi. That's it. So, like, when you just take a step back and say, man, goddamn, like, what else do we have outside of Edey? You don't have anything. And if the coach is not going to entrust him, and you talking about Jaren's going to close games, I get that. But who's the power forward? And when you can't trust no other person as a big to go out there and play defense, give rebounds while Jaren has taken his offensive lead, you could be in trouble, bro. So, like, kind of going back real quick, and I'm done on the should we make the move conversation? I say yes, make a move because of that. Because you having to basically, in a sense, come up for your coaches. I don't even want to call them shortcomings, but Lord, the data is in your face. Play this man.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna end on this. You got a lot of people that say, and shout out to Sane for pointing this out, but once he pointed it out, I'm like, damn, this makes so much sense. There's so much data in our face to validate this. A lot of people think that Taylor Jenkins and Zach Kleiman is like this, like they lock and step, they agree with everything that each other is doing. They're not, bro. Zach Kleiman's had to take plenty of toys from Jenkins in his 6-year tenure because he would not stop playing guys. You mean to tell me Zach Kleiman went down or made the phone call, whatever he did, to say at number 9 we're taking Zach Edey, and you think that the guy that he invested his number 9 pick in, that we ain't got a lottery pick in years, you think he's happy with the way the Zach Edey situation is going? You think he's happy that his number 9 pick that was preseason rookie of the year favorite is getting games where he's only getting 15 minutes a night and we have no other choice to go with into the playoffs right now? Shit.
Could have traded back. Could trade it back. I could live where, but
if you okay, see now why you say that?
I knew it was gonna make you mad because I knew
I tried to get out of here. Nope, I have to say this one thing because you said that. If Jenkins went out and basically said in an article that they are trying to make Edey this person that can cut, that can shoot, that can space and do all this stuff, why did you draft Edey to turn him into Khalil Ware when you just could have drafted Khalil Ware?
Could have traded
back. That's what you wanted.
Khalil Ware was still there at 15.
Yeah.
You could have traded back. You could have traded back.
Everybody was like, we got to get another Steven Adams, a big guy that can set screen, do this. But if you wanted Khalil Ware, just go get Khalil Ware. Like, he's right there.
I love making crazy, but I'm gonna ask you one thing. And you're right. I agree with you. Like, because of Jenkins' lack of, we may have to, but that's lacking my point. We don't have another choice. So if he's smart, he's gonna have to trust him. Is he just not gonna trust him? Like, if he don't trust him, everything is jacked up at that point. Like, he has no other choice but to trust him. So my question to you is: you think the Edey problem is bigger than our wing situation right now? Because I don't. That's why I'd rather pick the wing situation to deal with rather than the Edey, because we don't have an alternative with the Edey situation. You have to trust him or not. With the wing situation, we have a few guys we can play with to see how they plug and play with each other. We just have Edey. Yeah.
It's equal.
Nah, I ain't driving.
I'm gonna tell you why. Let me explain why. You had me quick. I'm gonna tell you why. Right now? Who would you say is the favorite for rookie of the year right now?
It should be Jalen Wells, but it's Stephon Castle, whatever you use from. Yeah, Jalen Wells for sure. Yeah, Jalen Wells for sure.
All right, so Jalen Wells playing what right now for us?
3.
Okay. If Jalen Wells, for whatever, he got a stomach virus, who's the other small forward that you would put into that spot if we had
GG Jackson.
So we have another option. If GG can't go that night, who would you put in that small forward spot? Who do we have at least some data on that could go in that small forward spot at least for a night?
Vincent Williams Jr.
Or
Marcus Smart.
Okay. So you gave me 3 viable options outside of Jalen Wells at the 3 spot. That although I think we do need a vet in that spot with size, we just went down what our options are at center. And shit ain't sweet. Like you gave me 3 viable options that I'm kind of like, oh, okay, like I can see that. You know what I'm saying? Like they could work. Like Ja, Dez, Vince, that can work. Ja, Dez, Smart if we got to that night. If I got another one of them on the bench, that could work. I don't feel like a BC in the playoffs. I'm hoping it's gonna work, but if you take BC out, I gotta put Santi in the starting lineup. Hell no. I gotta put Huff in the start. No, bro. My confidence level is actually worse at the big spot than it is the wing. So if you asking me this, like the scale, I'm gonna say it's equal because it's certain aspects. But that's why when I put up trade posts, what am I doing on Twitter? I'm usually putting 2 guys. I ain't really doing 1. I'm usually putting 2, and we have the contracts, the picks to do it. I think they need to address both because we already have a log jam at all these different spots, but nobody is the guy. Like you don't have a guy set, and that's our problem. So I would say it's equal, and if you could solve that, put like this. Even though I say it's equal, I know you said it ain't gonna happen. It probably ain't. I agree with you. Should it happen? Yes. I'm way more comfortable if they go out there and make a John Collins trade. Reason being, John Collins can go out there and switch on the perimeter just like Jaren can.
You can do both, yeah.
And he can knock down the 3. And he's athletic. So if we don't get that big wing, I still feel confident with John Collins out there with Jaren, with Jalen, with Dez and Ja. Yeah, I'm iffy as hell on this. And then, like I said, it starts with Jenkins. If he plays Edey, I probably am not this, you know what I'm saying, wishy-washy with it. But I just got concerns, bro. If you don't trust him and you not really instilling confidence in him, we got a week to know that, and that just ain't enough time. Like, bro, we'll see.
We will see. We just see those 2 things. I don't disagree with anything like straight up. We just see those 2 things differently. Like, I feel like we exactly, since we don't have another alternative with Edey, we have to eventually give him the keys to just be him. So, like, again, you just said how Jenkins, when he has too many toys, he can jack up. He got too many toys in the wings. He only got 1 toy in the bigs, and he got to play with that toy eventually. Like, it's like I know you probably gave your daughter.
He can put BC out there. He did it.
That's not a few weeks ago. That's not a recipe for success in the playoffs.
I agree with you, but it's
the playoffs.
And if you don't see the toy is there, that's what I'm saying. I agree with you.
Yeah.
He literally showed us that he'll do the shit. He had come off like his best game of the season against the Nets, and you say, "Oh, his head hurt," or he had something, and he sat out, and when he came back, he immediately threw BC in the starting lineup. We got proof he'll do this goofy ass shit. Like, that's the problem. I ain't just pulling this out of thin air. He did it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, bro.
We will see. Wishful thinking. Jenkins don't if it up. That's what we are saying.
It's like asking the garbage man not to pick up your trash, bro. What you talking about?
I don't know, man. I know you probably gave your daughter a toy where at first she wasn't messing with it, and she eventually learned to like it. That's how I feel like that happens. That's gonna happen with Edey. I have
anything, she'll like it. Then about 5 days later, Daddy, can I get another toy? Bro, I just bought it.
Or it was like an outfit that she thought she didn't like. She like, actually, Daddy, I do like this, and she started wearing it every day. I bet there's something that one of your daughters did something like that before.
She ain't there yet. She like the new stuff.
If it's new, she like it.
It could be ugly. It could be not even fun. But just because it's new, it's cool. I wish Jenkins was like that. Give him a new toy and let him wear that out. You know what I'm saying? This the old toy. Like these the old jeans with the hole in them with no buckle. I love them. That's the shoe. The boots with a hole in the boots with no sole in them. Man, them my lucky boots, man. I love them.
Lucky boots is crazy. Lucky boots is crazy.
Man, got the holy drawers on. Like Jenkins, go buy some new drawers, bro. What you doing? Oh, man.
Out of all things to say, Chris.
You know, some people got lucky drawers and socks, bro. They got holes in them that they won't let go.
That's some movie stuff. Like that's some movie stuff. People don't watch. They wear the same gym socks every day before a basketball game or something. That's I've never heard that. I heard that in movies. If you do that, if you don't listen to do that, don't do that. You a nasty person. Wash your clothes. Stop wearing the same stuff every day. That is not doing nothing. There's no correlation to how good or bad you do.
No,
just wash just funky and nasty.
I saw this big dude on Family Feud before we came on. The man said, "Man, I'm a big dude." He said, "My thighs always rubbing together. I get to work 9 o'clock. It smell like Sunday dinner getting cooked." I said, "God, dog, bro, that's crazy."
He just fried himself, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Self-service crazy.
Yup. But man, that's all we got for y'all. We went, man, an hour and 50 for y'all tonight. Don't ever say we. I mean, it's 12:47. You know, I know y'all getting this next on Monday, but yeah, we did this late for y'all. Hey, y'all on X. We got 540 of y'all in, live watching.
My bad. Ooh, I try to click on the live to see how much meals we had. I clicked the wrong video, and it's just my fault.
That's what it was. Hey, I'm glad it was whatever that was. It wasn't something else.
It was some Sonic. It was some Sonic stuff. I was trying to click the it was near the top. It was near the top, so I hit the wrong jump.
Yeah. I still gotta watch that. I don't care what y'all say. I'm a big kid.
It was fire, man. I was probably didn't took the kids to go see that. It was a good movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch it on Fire Stick one of these nights when they get a better. I tried to watch it like a week ago. It was terrible. So,
yeah,
I'm waiting for the better version, the 4K version on the Fire Stick. We will see what happens.
Take the kids to go see something. I bet they'll like it. It's a lot of colorful stuff going on and all that.
We just went to see Moana 2. That's what it was. I know we went to see something.
Yeah. I bet that's more their speed. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but they like Sonic though. I'll be trying to get them on my stuff, but I gotta probably get me a little boy one day. We'll see.
Yeah, one day it's gonna happen.
Man, we appreciate y'all tapping in with us for this long, man. We'll be back next Sunday night on X, Monday on YouTube. Let us know in the comments how y'all feel about the topic that we chopped it up about tonight for sure. Got a good week, like I said, some good teams, good games. Tonight we got the Knicks, and again the next game will be you said the
Rockets on Thursday.
Ooh, we need that. We need that win, bro. We cannot go 0-4 against the Rockets.
If we go 0-4 against the Rockets, I may run into a wall just as hard as I can, just because of frustration and anger.
Just turn the camera on when you do it. just turn it on. Yeah, put it.
I may have to because I'm gonna be that mad if we lose to the Rockets for the 4th. We have not beat Dylan Brooks since he left here. And that stat makes me so angry.
Yep.
Like Dylan Brooks can say, "Oh, I was the missing piece for the team. They ain't beat." Like he can say that. Like
everybody knows that's a lie.
Everybody knows it right now. Everybody knows. No, that's not the truth. But he can say it because we ain't beat him yet. Like
that's true.
Ooh, the only thing that can beat this if we lose to him and we see him in the playoffs and beat him in the playoffs. That's the only thing that can suffice that. If we lose and we see him in the second round. That's the only way that can happen.
I feel good with that.
Yeah, but bro, can we please? And I'm gonna say this and get it. I don't need to see Ja not playing. I don't need to see Jaren. Y'all better play against the damn Rockets. I ain't trying to hear.
Smart with his left extensor hood, alternator. I need you playing Thursday, bro. I'm sorry.
I don't need to see no lower back sores. I don't need to see no illness, no right ankle soreness, no left metatarsal play.
Nope, I don't hear none of that.
I ain't trying to hear none of that. Everybody better be suited up. Gigi, I ain't trying to hear no Gigi resting for a game and rehab. No, play and let's win a game against the damn Rockets. Ooh, I'm so sick of them. Ooh, I'm so sick of the damn Rockets, bro. I'm starting not to like them. I'm starting to dislike them.
That you should.
Real talk.
You get your ass whooped at some point.
I just can't stand them, Jones. Now.
Folks, bro.
Like, Hey, cool. At first, I was because I like Jalen Green. Like, he cool. Whatever. I followed him in high school. But now it's like, I can't stand y'all that. Like, I can't stand it. It's beef. It's outside. We can't beat this.
But now they talking smack. So it's like, now it gotta be up. You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah,
like now they talking care. Like they think they're better than us.
Jalen Green pumped his chest up at Ja. Like, no, come on, bro. Like, all right, we here now. Come on.
Yeah, Ja, you was the one that was in Memphis. Remember, Jalen Green was in Memphis Madness a few years ago when he was trying to come to Memphis with Ja, saying like, oh, that's my big bro. You know, I've been looking up to Ja for years. Yep. That was you saying that. I still got that picture on my phone. Y'all two in the center of court in Memphis Madness because you was finna come to Memphis. And now you bugging up your chest at Ja.
Yeah, it's up.
Remember where you came from, bro.
It's up.
It's up, man.
All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here. We will see y'all next Sunday/Monday. Y'all be good. Do something this week that makes you happy because a smile on your face. And as we always say, man, we out. Go Grizzlies.
Go Grizzlies.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the No Bluffing Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of all things Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.